Alright, it's the morning. I did started the day with some breathwork stuff. Just to try and relax on a morning. Big day ahead. Got my to-do list written. I've got about 4 major tasks, which I'll just chip away at slowly. Looking forward to a cup of coffee. And to see the dog. And get that bloody cone off his head. From my experience, whatever it's worth, you're much less likely to injure yourself if you exercise with your eyes shut, which I wasn't just doing. Because I'm not meant to see how far I can go. I'm meant to feel how far I can go. And that's going to give me a way more accurate understanding as to where the tensile points are, where the potential is for injury, and being very cautious around that area. Alright, I'm going to go buy a guitar, and I'm just about to have lunch. It's a good thing speaking to a friend on the phone and knowing that that friend actually gives a shit about you. Alright, I think if you are doing low weights, go for control. Explosive isn't important. You just want control throughout the full range of motion. I suppose once you've achieved this, then you can kind of move up incrementally as to kind of the weight that you're using or whatever. But I'm finding also in my breath and in my exercises, the control is actually where my focus should lie, and kind of a consistency throughout the movement in pace. That's the best I can describe it right now, but hopefully you understand. I was kind of like putting myself under pressure to come on camera and say something profound and interesting, but the reality is I don't really know what to say. It's always trying to, in some way, in understanding ourselves and our own past, provide people with better data than we were provided with. I lost so much faith in my ability to actually have a sustained conversation with another human being, because I lost so much faith in my own capacity to provide any knowledge or anything that was worth listening to. It's kind of maybe the guilt of getting so ill, of in some large way knowing that I was responsible somehow, but just didn't know how to get to grips with it. You know, I very much go by the mantra, your life might not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. And within that responsibility, it requires a certain level of conscientiousness to help us to realize what we really are in control of. And it's a lot more than I was ever conscious of, really. I think for a long time I remembered trying to take responsibility, but I did it externally and voiced it to other people, and worse than that, I voiced it to people who had absolutely no desire to take any responsibility of their life at all. I wish I'd realised how afraid people are earlier, and that it was fairly unique not being somebody who's completely frozen with terror. Well, I've experienced being frozen with terror now, and my sympathy goes out to every human being on planet Earth. God does it. I bought a guitar. I have no idea how to play, but apparently I only need to learn how to play 4 chords. 3 more to go, baby. Alright, so just about to clock off for the day. It's been a fairly good day, to be honest. I worked fairly solidly all day. Yeah, and was fairly productive. Still got a lot of inflammation and a lot of problems with joints and muscle weakness and bullshit. And then you kind of get these negative emotions, which, and like, I don't mean like, it's more like areas which require focus, which are, I describe the feeling as sadness, but the sadness is actually like a cue for your mind to focus on certain areas of your body. It's like when you feel sad, you're meant to bring attention to things. You're meant to bring attention to areas of yourself and switch off from the world. And like, my understanding is all animals do this. It's like sadness is actually a perfectly natural thing, and it's a sign that you're meant to drift your consciousness back and focus on the area which is kind of promoting this feeling of stagnation, or I don't know. I wish I was better able to say the things that I really felt, but that was my best attempt. I'm going to do a tiny bit of breathing, not for very long, and then go to bed. Do it all again. Peace.